Yeah. Now, is this the wrong one or the right one? That looks like
That's
the
the
wrong
wrong
one.
Wrong.
Probably ought to
That's
ditch
one
it.
he had.
Do you want it or not?
Oh, we can't do this till 4:30.
EGA, yep.
And this is what you need to do, what you need to say. When you do.
Are there any changes?
Yes. And I can tell you what they are. There were changes to 3 of the appendices. And I've always tried to figure out where they come up with the change in numbers, because they're really not, there's no rhyme or reason. So I emailed Ellen today and asked her, and she said there's a very complicated formula that Kate Dufour uses. And she sent me the sheet, but I mean, it means nothing to anybody, you know. So at least it explained why, like, I can tell you they go from, like, appendices C, which is for heated and unheated homes. With a 1-bedroom, it went up $56, unheated. If it was heated, it went up $80. And then they jump. So again, there's no, you know, it's all based on a formula she uses. It's got to do with the poverty level and all this other stuff, so.
Yeah.
But I can tell you that they did go up. 3 of them went up. So I talked to Dave Buffard about the tree growth issue. We were talking about that piece of property on Upper Cross Road. That 3-acre piece that a resident was interested in buying, but wasn't sure because of the tree growth. And so Dave said that it can still be divided by a road.
Okay.
And he looked in the tax bulletin, which he said was even more specific than the law book.
Okay, good, yeah.
And, you know, because you can, even though it's divided by a road or a right-of-way or all these other things, you still can combine it with the other piece to get the acreage. So he said you pretty much have to give him the penalty.
Yep.
And I mentioned the fact that it was in the conservation easement, but that doesn't make any difference, because he said it's still, you know, and then I thought about it, and it was like, yeah, because we're still assessing the home site the same,
Yeah.
So that's that. This is an application for a veterans exemption, if you guys can approve that.
Love it.
And then there was an abatement request, 430 Upper Guinea Road. It was the property, or the house is assessed at $158,000 as a raised ranch. And the homeowner is saying that there's only 2 bedrooms, there's not a garage, and he feels that it's being overassessed, so.
Yeah, I explained to these guys that, where am I let you here? We got 89 of them like it, like I had you pull it, you know, so. I did see the guy today, so I probably should get in touch with him. I told him I'd come look at it anyway, but unfortunately there's 89 others just like him, or 88 others just like him. So,
Are they just like him though? Is there a difference?
Well,
There's
I
bound to
don't,
be differences.
I think there's a few that are probably quite a bit bigger, but I don't.
well, I just say the way the town's
gotcha.
doing that at a raised ranch, that's what they got.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I see one in there that's over 200.
Who was
That's what?
Dave Buffard?
What is the reason, you know? Is there something else hidden here that's not written
State
down?
appraiser.
And has
Main revenue.
BOU
BOU.
All I did was this report,
ARD.
BOU.
ARD.
okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I can't remember if there's 1 F or 2 Fs. But
2
yeah.
Fs. Well, some of them have garages. What I did was I pulled a report real quick with just that building style, which is a 10. So it
So
included not only the building, but included whatever else they're being assessed for. But these are all the same building style, and that was what Ben was trying to get.
Is this the one that you received a phone call Friday? I was in here Friday for that class.
I don't think so, I don't know. Who is it? We received a phone call for what, finding out if he could do it?
Yeah, okay, no, yeah, from Rochester. Remember something about that, 100% disabled.
Oh,
Think so?
no, that
No.
don't, is that, I don't think that's the one.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I don't think you should have this, unless that was attached to that. Oh, it was, yes,
Yep.
cause they were asking for. Oh, that one that you're talking about, they were thinking of moving here, I believe.
Okay.
That was a long time ago.
Just wanna sign that too, or?
Yeah, I wanted to look at it too. Being a good boy, being respectful.
Thank you. So did you, I'm gonna leave this with you then, so you guys can,
Yeah.
do you want this list too? I think you should have it.
Yeah, I do. To me, it's something that doesn't make a lot of sense. The difference between a raised ranch and a ranch, as far as there's no big difference
Why,
in value.
exactly. I don't disagree with that.
Oh, I was gonna sign that too. Actually, look, Paul.
If you want to, you don't have to sign it, but if you want to initial it, that's fine.
I think they should. I think all three of us could. Don't
Sure.
have to, but.
So that's all I have till 4:30.
I'm just seeing at the top part is the motion. The hearing is for, question of the public and an opportunity to comment on the proposed and final discussion, close the hearing. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Open the hearing within the meeting.
Mhm. Dum da dum dum.
You guys do payroll? I think that's payroll.
Yeah.
Salary, right?
No, that, actually, that's something else. Payroll's already delivered.
Okay.
He may come back again.
Bryce, can I ask you, did Dan bring in a purchase order for the signs for Blaisdell Corner? Did you guys see that purchase order today?
I have no idea.
You didn't see one?
I haven't seen one. I don't know if he did or not. Oh, well, yeah, was there something we
I just
signed?
want to make sure it's done, because if he didn't get it done, I gotta call him, because the guy said as long as he had the okay by tomorrow
Check
morning,
into
he could
that.
have them done on time.
There was some we took in already.
Okay.
They all signed. Check. Cause I don't remember just what it was. He had a whole bunch of stuff written down on one sheet there.
How do I word that for fiscal year? Yeah, you got it right there, 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
And it says A through D. Okay. Good enough. Keep it simple. This was also presented, the sign for out front here being replaced. The gentlemen that were here the other day with a price and everything like that. I had Sue print that off there last week. My questions are, we were discussing a year ago about maybe doing a digital type sign so we can actually change information on it.
Yeah.
But also, since we approved the painting, the bid that we had come in, we've already overexpended the building maintenance line.
So it's gotta wait.
Yeah, we don't have money in that line, we're already gotta figure out where we're gonna find all the money to be able to paint the building. Cause it was over what we had budgeted. That needs to be done.
Absolutely.
Well, that bought me a minute, still got a minute to go.
Well, I suppose we could debate it a little while,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you need to replace that sign? Because that's something that, I mean, the town ought to be doing, not so much your responsibility, but if people want to complain about the way it looks, maybe they can help
Is that what
raise
you-
the money
is
for
that
that.
what you
We just,
figure- Is that what you figure the majority of the taxpayers wanna do? They're gonna worry about that sign?
well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the majority of the
Maybe we should be
taxpayers, but
asking
to
them
those
what
of
they
us
think
who,
about it.
to those of us who are important, if we wanted to donate towards it and have it replaced, just like we replaced the flagpole. I mean, it's kind of embarrassing when the TV comes down and takes a picture of it, and it looks
That
like we're
side.
Podunk Alley on some cartoon. I mean, I would just as soon put my money into it and donate toward it and get it replaced. That's why I'm asking how much, not because I'm gonna complain about you guys not doing it. It's not necessarily something you should have to do.
When you're talking about a digital sign,
Not replace the sign, but it's painting it, right?
Yeah.
It's not to replace it.
Yeah, no,
What's the
there's-
price for painting?
Oh, that's to replace that sign?
yeah, but with the same type of
Oh,
sign.
oh, oh.
And I think it.
I
I
think
mean,
it
I'm
needs to be
not
replaced,
real
honestly.
sure we need a
Well, I
flashing
don't
digital
either. Why
sign out
can't
in the
we
middle of
just
the
have it
woods.
painted?
Huh?
Why can't we just have it painted?
They're vinyl, but
It's vinyl.
It should be it should be repaired, not replaced, but that's also my
Right.
opinion on that.
Oh, the new one would be vinyl?
That one is vinyl.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Well, then why can't we just fix it?
There was a phone call made a year ago and I haven't
I
heard
know.
back, so
I
I
know.
think we should follow up on that, be honest with you, and see what we can,
Well, I can try them again.
a couple times, I mean, I run a small business, sometimes you gotta call me once or twice or 3 times maybe to make sure, you try not to, but sometimes it
Right.
happens.
Well, did this Mr. Kelly say he could paint this line or could not?
It would be
No.
re-vinyl.
Yeah,
You have
that's
to
a
re-vinyl.
price for totally ripping that one out, totally putting brand new footings in, to me that's over.
Oh yeah, because all that
Accessories?
needs to be redone is that
You
round
mean-
part.
Replacing the granite?
That's what I'm seeing here.
Oh no, that doesn't
Forget
matter.
it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, just the round part
So I'm
needs
not
to be
sure.
replaced.
Yeah, I'd have to have them in here to ask specific questions, but, oh, it's 4:30.
Okay, let's get on to the real business.
Okay, so I hereby open public hearing for the adoption of the local General Assistance Ordinance and yearly appendices. I open this for discussion and for public participation afterwards, I guess.
So there are 3 appendices that have changed, A, C, and D. Appendix A is the overall maximum, and those have all increased for one person by $6, for 5 people by $170. So it goes up for between 1 and 5 people. And then the additional amount, if you've got over 5 people, before it was $69 for each additional person, now it's $75. So that changed the overall maximum. Appendix C, which is the housing, that increased as well. So they do it in 2 categories. It's either an unheated apartment or house or whatever, or heated. And if it's unheated, for one person it went up $56, and up to not one person, one bedroom. It went up by $56, and then up to 4 bedrooms, it was $151 for unheated. And then heated, it went for 1 bedroom, it went up $80, and then up to 4 bedrooms, it went up to $165. So there was quite a jump, I think, in the overall. And then Appendix D, which is just whether it's hot water or electric hot water or not. And the only thing that changed on that was if it was for one person, it went up $4, which I'm not quite sure why that is, but that was the only thing that changed on that.
Okay.
So that's all the changes. Other than that, everything else was the same, and so it did change. I mean, everything changed pretty much except for the food didn't
I was
change.
gonna say, food changed last year, I
Food
think.
supplements changed in the middle of the year, so they didn't change.
Okay.
So that's it. Any questions?
Any questions by the board? I'd like to open it up for public participation. Do you have any questions?
Yes, I do actually, because I understand that you're talking about general assistance dollars, but because it's on video, nobody took the time to actually say what you were actually just doing. And so what you were doing was you were just informing the board that dollar amounts for
Yes,
general
yes.
assistance have gone up. What is the town's responsibility for general assistance? Is that state aid, or does some of that come from the town as well?
We pay half. Whatever these amounts are that we get from the state, that they mandate what we can spend, like on one person. The overall maximum for one person is $695 for a month.
And that's what they get in a check. Where does the check
Well,
come
no,
from?
they don't
From
get
here
that in
or
a check.
from? How do they get
I mean,
that?
we divide, like say somebody came in and needed rent, food, their overall maximum would be $695.
Who
If their
gives
rent-
them that?
Well, I'm gonna explain
Oh,
that.
okay.
If their rent was $500, we would write a check to their landlord for $500. Then I could give them a voucher for $45 to go to the store. We don't hand over any money at all. Then what happens is every month I send a report to the state of how many applications we processed, how many people we helped, and what the amount is. We get reimbursed 50%.
Okay.
Does that answer?
Yeah.
I have
Thank
a
you.
question. How many people did we help last year?
Last year,
Well, fiscal year.
I couldn't tell you exactly. I'm gonna say maybe 30.
Okay. What about food? Does that include people needing food? Or is this just
Most,
helping?
no, because, well, most of the people that come in for assistance get food benefits from the state.
Mhm.
So usually, no, I don't have to help with food. If somebody comes in and they're needing extra food, I
Yeah.
send them to the food pantry, either here or North Berwick.
Okay.
But pretty much most people get assistance with food.
How many families have applied for food assistance? You
I
know?
couldn't tell you right off the top of my head,
Okay.
not many.
Okay.
And
We
I've,
did the numbers last year for budget though, wasn't it?
yeah,
And there was a steady increase, we know that.
Yeah.
My budget book's home, so I don't remember.
but I mean,
Yeah, it's
like for last,
70 or 80. I
in
thought.
August, I don't even know if I had anybody, well, I do, I have somebody that I have every month, but, as far as food is concerned, sometimes I don't even know, you know, like who would go to a food pantry or something like that. I have given people, the names of the food pantries and who to get in touch with. And the guy from the one in North Berwick, I mean, he came in here several times saying, please send people to us. And the last time he was in, he said he's gotten quite a few people from Lebanon, so I think kind of some of it was word of mouth too.
He comes to my house every Monday morning and picks up eggs,
Oh,
and I give him eggs every single Monday.
yeah.
And he and I had a conversation. I was telling Sandy about it. August numbers just recently come in, and they fed 242 families total. 132 of those families were from Lebanon.
Wow, and see,
So,
I
yeah.
didn't know that
So
at
that's
all. I
a-
wouldn't have that information.
That's
In
huge.
the state, for food insecurity, I think for children it's 1%. We rank in the United States, so at the top of the list, and for the entire state population, it's 18% of the people in Maine are food insecure.
Wow,
I know, shocking, really is.
yeah, but you know, and a lot of times people won't ask.
I know.
And that's another part of it that's difficult, because
Yeah.
if they don't come and ask you, then, you know, you can't help them. But
Mhm.
to have that many people down there, it had to have
That's
been word of
astounding.
mouth. I mean, it
Yeah.
had to
Right.
have gone that way, because I'll send people there, or I'll give them the information, but, you know.
Yeah,
I
and
don't know.
we post a lot of it too, you know, and they are so
That's-
friendly. They are,
Yeah,
you know.
that man that came in is
And I
real.
don't know if they, what the criteria is, I don't know if they ask for income,
No, they don't.
so.
That all you have to do,
Give us
you have to
the
just
go
check
here.
in.
Is there any other questions on this?
Oh, sorry.
And we had
We'll
something
off.
else
Sorry
supposed
about
to
that. We
be-
kind of got off
We're a
that.
little off
We
subject.
made the schedule, 4:30.
No, that's not happening. That was actually not a meeting. with the
Oh,
select
this
board.
isn't our agenda?
This
Yes,
was posted incorrectly. That's not a meeting with the select board.
Oh, so now we don't have that meeting at all tonight? It's canceled?
Correct. You have at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
I can look.
What happens at 5 o'clock?
Looking over my
We're meeting with the planning
Checking
board,
you out.
planning board, town attorney, and the select board. We're doing a workshop for
Thank you.
proposals of ordinances that might go on the ballot, and that is open to the public.
Okay,
I did check.
so 4:35 was canceled.
The 4:35 has nothing to do with the select board. Correct.
but I wrote it on because it was on the schedule.
Thank you.
You did do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna close public participation, and I will make a motion to adopt the local general assistance ordinance and yearly appendices A through D, 2015, 2016.
You got it.
Seconded. All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Passed 3-0.
Thank you.
You need this too.
You
I gotta
need to sign it.
Yeah, I gotta
Everybody-
sign it, I guess.
Yeah, sign it so I can send it back,
Yep.
so I don't get in trouble.
Any dates? No. You did it already, sorry. It's okay. There's some pens open over here. I do. There's like 5 pens sitting over here.
Not very many red ones around though.
Yeah, no,
Whatever
spare 'em.
happened to them? I ended up with one. I'll admit.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
There's a lot of red
As
pens.
always.
I don't know when the red pens.
I have no idea. I've got one and you better not take it. It's mine. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, 5 o'clock we'll set up there because
All
it's
right, I
gonna
gotta
be,
set that out. It's going on.
All we need is one table, right?
got 6 planning board members coming, 3 of us, so, a couple, and the attorney. So,
Plus Sandy and I will be there,
you don't need to be at the table.
unless you kick us out.
No, you can be sitting along the wall though. But,
I always sit on the counter because it's the only place with a plug.
but yeah, just for observation only.
Yeah.
Don't need public participation in that.
Well, when you say budget, I don't quite.
Hey Gary, we're going to set up out in the foyer at 5 o'clock, just so you're aware.
Is your thing with, excuse me, Mike, an executive session or general?
It's canceled.
It's nothing to do with the select board. It's a private conversation that they're having
All right.
with closed doors.
But we're gonna do it out there?
Yeah, out in the front. Yeah,
Good idea.
Yeah.
Thank you.
yeah. It's the minutes that were provided by Sandy. If anybody wants to go over those, I'm just looking at this one.